Alright, so here we are at the range in La Luz, New Mexico, and I am going to shoot my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm for the first time. I've had it for about 4 months. I haven't shot it at all because I had a slight issue with the spring. I thought that I had damaged it, but they sent me a new one and it was the same way. So if any of you guys are watching and have one, if you want to take yours out and look at it and tell me if yours, see how it's curled up right there? So this is the new one that they sent me. The other one was the same way, and so I haven't shot it in 4 months because I've been waiting on them to get me a replacement. So, and it was kind of interesting too when I first noticed that the spring was bent. I was curious to see if it was, I immediately thought that I had did it, putting it back together or something, and so I immediately contacted them to see if they could get me a new one, and turns out that they're all like that. Well, at least the two that I have. And it was funny because I had I take down my full size all the time, and I had never messed it up, so I always am leery of the in case you don't know this, there's a sear disconnect little lever in here that's yellow. So what it does is, instead of pulling the trigger to get that thing to go down, you move this and it keeps it down. So I was wondering, if I had done something wrong with that, and that caused the spring to get messed up, somehow, which would kind of be far-fetched because the spring doesn't go that far back in the gun. So, but anyway, just so you guys can see the difference, this is the full-size MP9. It holds 17 rounds, unless you live in one of those crazy states. And this is the M&P Shield 9mm. It holds, it depends on which magazine. You have an extended one that holds 8, and the smaller one that holds 7. I don't like the smaller one. It doesn't really fit in your hand all that well. So and I don't even have a big hand, but my pinky doesn't cover it as much as I would like. So this one, it does. So anyway, if you want to see the difference between the two with the full-size mag, there it is. And this one it's like less than an inch thick is one of its key points, and it's almost exactly the same. The actual only difference between my full-size and this one, minus the size, is this one has a safety, which I will, since this one doesn't have one, and I live in a state where they allow open carry. I actually usually daily carry this piece, and it doesn't have a safety. So this one, when I start concealed carrying it, which is pretty much like right now, I will not leave the safety on, and just because I don't want to get used to one having a safety and one not. So anyway, let me throw some earplugs in, and we'll throw a few rounds down it and see how it is. Yeah, this is the 8-round one, so we'll see how it is. Well, it looks like all of them are a little bit to the left. It was kind of weird. That was the same way when I shot my full size, that most of my first few rounds were to the left. So maybe it's how I'm aiming, or maybe the sights are off, or maybe it's me pulling it. So yeah, with the full size magazine in there, it actually feels pretty good. Let's try it with the little one, see what that does, see how that feels. It's actually not that bad with the small one in. It kind of, I mean, obviously there's a noticeable difference that my pinky doesn't really quite go on it all the way compared to the full-size magazine. Well, not the full-size, just the extended one. But feels good either way. Really, I thought the small one would feel horrible. But let's go down here. I think most of those are actually in a really good pattern. Those last ones were like right there. So anyway, let me load up and turn the camera back on in a minute. Show you the rest of them. Well, the rest of some more ammo. Well, hopefully you're still with us. So I reloaded the magazines, and it's interesting because a few of the reviews that I've read online all state that, well, not all of them, but a few of them say that, you know, the magazine, when they're fully loaded, they're harder to get in than when it's not. And it is, you know, to me, because, well, this one is really interesting because, you know, you actually have to move your pinky out of the way if you want to, you know, jam it in there with your other hand, because otherwise you might, you know, crush your pinky in there. And this one is almost the same way, I mean, but it gives you a little bit more of something to grab onto so you don't crush your pinky. But I guess they, yeah, as long as you just kind of put it in there. But another one of the things that I've decided to do today is I'm gonna, you know, load one and actually, you know, slide the magazine in and do one, you know, whatever magazine plus what it, you know, one plus the magazine. And what I've noticed so far with this one and my full size, which I initially noticed it on my full size, and I'll show it to you on the full size because I believe it's a little bit bigger. It's easier to manipulate and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you want to, you know, do a press check, say you put, you know, your magazine in there and you load it, and then this also has a chambered round indicator, so you don't really have to always do this. But, you know, say you want to pull it back and check it, and then, you know, let it go forward. It doesn't always go all the way, so sometimes you gotta force it a little bit. Or with the case of if you want to, which I don't know anybody that would on a daily basis to do this other than me, just because I thought it would be easier, but just to take a round and just to, you know, put it into the chamber and then just, you know, roll the slide forward. It doesn't go all the way forward, and it took me a few times of inspecting and looking at everything to see what's keeping it, you know, and hey, why isn't it going all the way forward like it should, you know? And then I finally figured out what it was. So if you take one, put it in the chamber, and then from there go, well, that one didn't work so I didn't do it right. But if you take one, you know, have it in the chamber and release the slide, instead of like riding it forward, it'll actually go. And the reason it is because the extractor, so when you have it in there, and then you have, can't really point the gun wherever I want if you don't we're at the range, so got to be a little bit downrange safety kind of wise. So what happens is, let me take the round out and then I'll show you just so it'll be easier. When you take the, when you put the round in there and ride it very slowly, the little notch that's on the extractor, there's not enough pressure against it to push it out to allow the slide to go all the way forward. So I thought that's interesting. Maybe I'm, you know, telling you guys this and you guys already know this, but I'm new to the handgun thing, so it's kind of something that, you know, I haven't dealt with until I recently was just doing press checks and making sure that I had one in the pipe. So if you actually, you know, pull the slide back or unlock the slide and don't ride it home, it goes all the way, and then you're good. But if you do it the slow way, then it just kind of gets stuck on the lip or whatever you want to call it. It just doesn't go. You know, you can, I don't know if that'll focus, if you can even see in there, but it's not going because of the extractor. So anyway, enough of that full size one. Get back to doing what we're doing and shooting the shield. so not used to a correct stance. Let me show you something just while we have a chance. So obviously I'm right-handed and I'm right eye down on it. So usually I have this arm all the way out extended, and then my left arm just kind of bent and trying to support, which is incorrect. You know, you need to get both of them out there the same way. Lean into it a little bit more. I don't know, you guys can Google or watch other videos. There's different names for the stances or whatever. Right now I'm just the mindset of I want to find my own, find what suits me the best, and just roll with that. So let me yeah, see that time. You know what I think I'm gonna do if I want to load the magazine plus one in the chamber? I'm just gonna do what I do when I load one in the chamber with my AR. You know, just put a magazine in there and do it normally. Pull the magazine back out, put the extra round in there, just so don't have to mess with it. So there we go. Well, it's definitely pretty accurate because I'm getting all my hits, as long as I focus on what I'm doing, are going right in one area, so it's pretty good. I have a few flyers, and I definitely thought that I pulled one all the way out there to the left. But so far, pretty satisfied. I'm gonna load a few up, and I don't know if you guys can see it in the video but there's a back at the just past the 50-yard line, which is the 50-yard range. There's those two metal gongs. So shoot at one of those, see if I can actually hit it with something so small as the shield barrel is. I don't remember exactly how long it is, but it's pretty small. So if you don't have a camera or a GoPro or something like that, like I use a GoPro to record all these videos, I suggest getting one, and because I actually learned a lot from just watching, you know, putting the camera like where it's at right now, and then watching what I'm doing when I'm shooting. Lets me know some things. Like it pointed out to me that one of my arms was extended more than the other one, and I should probably get a better grip on the gun and all that good stuff. So that's why, in case you're wondering why sometimes the camera angle changes, it's not because I'm a director or cinematographer or anything. It's just that I want to get different views to see how different things look. Ain't nothing like getting hit in the face with a piece of brass. Yeah, this is really weird because this gun is kind of, I mean, it's decent. It's not really small, but I have a hard time figuring out where exactly I want to put my other hand. It's very interesting what you know, like where am I gonna, I want this thumb to be there, but this one I can't, you know, can't really put it anywhere. We will put you right here. So either I'm pulling it or it's just a little bit off. Either way, that was pretty decent. Let me put some more in, and then we're gonna move the target down a little bit more, and also go for the metal box down there. All right, so it's time to try to hit the gong. It's a little bit over 50 yards, so see what I can do. No guarantees. Well, there we go. The 6th and 7th round went to it. Full size should be able to get the job done. I guess not. I get one hit on it with the full size and like 3 with the shield. Kind of embarrassing. Maybe I won't put this part in the video in there. Alright, so the target's been moved out to the 10-yard line. Before it was at the 5-yard line. Sorry I didn't tell you guys that. I'm going to take some shots at it, then I'm going to move it to 25. And 25 is pretty much the farthest I'm going to go. Being that I couldn't even hit the gong at 50. Probably don't want to try to hit a huge target at 25. So, but at this, right now at the 10-yard line, I'm going to go for headshots. Not because I think that I'm a really good shot, but just because the other part of the target already has a bunch of holes in it, so I want to know exactly where I'm hitting. So I'm going to go center mass head. Alright, let's take a walk down there and see how it went. So that should be 8 holes, so there's definitely, I think those, well, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I had two flyers, and then still to the left. So that's interesting. So anyway, I'm gonna move it to the 25 or the 25, the 20-yard line, and then we'll go from there. All right, so there we go. Targets move out to the 25-yard line. I think I said 20 earlier, but no, it's 25. So I'm gonna put 8 rounds of that, and then I'm gonna put the smaller magazine in and put 7 rounds at the metal box at the about 50-yard line. Still gonna be doing headshots. It's gonna be hard, but the center mass of the target already has so many holes in it. I don't even know where I hit, but here we go. The gong. Well, what was it? 4 out of 7? Ain't bad. Alright, let's walk down here and take a look at just the target and see what we did. Alright, so I think those were 2 flowers from the last one, so we got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. How many do we have earlier in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Alright, so at this distance, I don't even think that I hit any. I think these were already, so probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yeah, so 25 yards. Not very good. Should get a new target and actually do center mass shots to see if I could actually hit a person, but I don't necessarily want to do that. I'm probably just going to go do some rifle shooting at the 300-yard range.